Joey Armstrong has just crossed a line so brutal, so savage, that Fairmont Crest will never be the same. And this time, the casualty might just be the woman he claims to love. I am telling you right now, my jaw is completely on the floor after witnessing the sheer, unadulterated chaos brewing in the dark, shadowy corners of Joey's casino. We all knew Joey was a dangerous man with a calculating mind, but manipulating a grieving, vulnerable young woman, that is a new level of depravity, even for him. The situation we are looking at today is a ticking time bomb of deception, maternal instinct, and a sickening betrayal that is going to blow the McBride family wide open. Everything just changed. The stakes have never been higher, and the web of lies is spinning out of control. Let us set the stage for this absolute disaster. Joey Armstrong, the smooth-talking kingpin of the Fairmont Crest underworld, has just handed his loyal, yet increasingly uneasy henchman, Randy Parker, a mission that makes my stomach turn. Joey has ordered Randy to get close to Deanna McBride, Vanessa's estranged, bitter, and emotionally fragile daughter. Why? To keep her on the job, to control her, to neutralize her as a threat, or perhaps to use her as a pawn in whatever sinister endgame Joey is plotting. But Joey made one massive, fatal miscalculation. He underestimated the fierce, undeniable power of a mother's intuition. Vanessa McBride is no fool, and when it comes to her children, she is a lioness ready to strike. Vanessa versus the cornered henchman. This is war. The battle lines are officially drawn the moment Vanessa's eyes lock onto a scene that sends ice water straight through her veins. Picture this: the flashing, hypnotic lights of the casino floor, the chaotic symphony of slot machines, and there, tucked away in a dimly lit corner, is Randy Parker, Joey's muscle, his fixer, his dirty work guy, cozying up to Deanna. My heart was pounding out of my chest just watching this unfold. Vanessa's maternal alarm bells do not just ring, they absolutely shatter the glass. What on earth is a hardened thug like Randy doing bonding with her vulnerable daughter? Vanessa does not hesitate. She swoops in like a bird of prey, her eyes blazing with a terrifying mix of fear and fury. She catches Randy dead to rights, and the confrontation is nothing short of explosive. You can practically see the sweat forming on Randy's brow. This is a man who is used to breaking bones and intimidating rivals, but facing the wrath of Vanessa McBride, he is visibly shaking in his boots. Vanessa demands to know what he is doing with her daughter. She interrogates him with the precision of a seasoned detective, her voice laced with venom and panic. And this is where Randy, backed into a suffocating corner, pulls a brilliant yet sickeningly twisted lie out of thin air. He cannot tell Vanessa the truth that Joey ordered him to seduce and manipulate Deanna. That would mean instant death for his employment and probably his life. So he pivots. He looks Vanessa in the eye and plays the ultimate sympathy card, Doug McBride. Randy spins a masterful web of deceit, claiming that he is only approaching Deanna because he was an old friend of her late father, Doug. He tells Vanessa that Joey, out of the goodness of his heart, assigned him to be Deanna's personal bodyguard, to stick close to her and protect her in these dangerous times. I was screaming at my screen. The sheer audacity to use a dead man's memory to manipulate a grieving mother and daughter is barbaric. But here is the tragic part. It is a plausible lie. Randy did know Doug. Deanna is desperately missing her father, even hallucinating conversations with his ghost. Randy presenting himself as a protective uncle figure, a final link to the father she lost, is a psychological masterstroke. But is Vanessa buying it? For a fleeting second, you can see the conflict in her eyes. The lie is a temporary shield, but Vanessa's gut is screaming that something is fundamentally, horribly wrong. Vanessa versus the lover's war. If you thought the confrontation with Randy was intense, brace yourselves, because the showdown between Vanessa and Joey is an absolute masterclass in psychological warfare. Vanessa is not a woman who takes things at face value, especially when her daughter's safety is on the line. She marches straight into Joey's lavish, imposing casino office, the heavy doors slamming behind her, sealing them in a pressure cooker of tension. The air is thick with unspoken accusations and dangerous secrets. Vanessa unleashes her fury. She confronts Joey point blank about Randy's assignment. She wants the truth, and she wants it now. Why is his top henchman suddenly playing bodyguard to her daughter without her permission? And here is where Joey proves exactly why he is the most dangerous predator in Fairmont Crest. He does not flinch. He does not raise his voice. He maintains that smooth, psychopathic calmness that makes him so utterly terrifying. Joey looks at the woman he just proposed to, the woman he claims to love, and he lies straight to her face with zero hesitation. He corroborates Randy's story flawlessly. He tells Vanessa that the streets are dangerous, that his world is bleeding into theirs, and that he simply wanted to ensure Deanna was protected. He plays the role of the benevolent patriarch, claiming that because Randy was Doug's friend, he was the perfect man to watch over her. I am doing this for you, Vanessa. I am doing this for her, he probably purrs, his voice dripping with toxic sincerity. Can you believe this manipulation? Joey is gaslighting the love of his life to cover up a deeply sinister plot against her own flesh and blood. He is using Vanessa's lingering trauma over Doug's death and her desperate desire to repair her fractured relationship with Deanna as weapons against her. It is a brutal, savage tactic. He is painting himself as the hero, the protector, while secretly pulling the strings of Deanna's destruction. The psychological battleground. Let us break down the devastating psychology of this moment, because the layers of deception here are absolutely mind-blowing. Vanessa is standing at the edge of a cliff. On one hand, she desperately wants to believe Joey. She just accepted his proposal. She has defended this man to her friends, to her family, and to her own conscience. She has convinced herself that beneath the criminal exterior lies a good man who loves her. If she accepts his lie, she gets to keep the fantasy. She gets to believe that Joey is protecting her family. But on the other hand, Vanessa's maternal instincts are razor sharp. She knows Joey's world is built on violence, exploitation, and lies. She knows Randy is not a babysitter. He is a thug. The idea of Randy hovering around Deanna, embedding himself in her life, makes Vanessa's skin crawl. She might nod and accept Joey's explanation in the moment, but the seed of doubt has been planted, and it is growing into a massive, thorny vine of suspicion. Vanessa is not going to just let this go. She is going to watch Joey. She is going to watch Randy. And the moment she catches them slipping, all hell is going to break loose. And what about Deanna? My heart breaks for this girl. She is so isolated, so bitter about her mother's relationship with Joey, that she is completely blind to the danger right in front of her. She is starving for connection, for someone who understands the pain of losing Doug. Randy swooping in, sharing stories about her dad, offering a shoulder to cry on it is the perfect trap. Deanna is walking right into the lion's den, completely unaware that the man comforting her is on the payroll of the man she despises most. It is a sickening, tragic irony. Joey is using Deanna's hatred of him to push her right into the arms of his own operative, the cracking henchman. But do not count Randy out of this emotional equation just yet. The timeline explicitly tells us that Randy feels uneasy about this assignment. He is a criminal, yes, but even criminals have lines they hesitate to cross. Using a dead friend's memory to manipulate his grieving daughter? That is a heavy burden to carry. Every time Randy looks into Deanna's eyes, every time she smiles at him because he reminds her of her dad, the guilt is going to gnaw at his soul. How long can Randy keep up this charade? Will the guilt force him to confess the truth to Vanessa, blowing Joey's entire empire to smithereens? Or will Joey's iron grip keep Randy in line, forcing him to execute this dark mission to the bitter end? Randy is the ultimate wild card in this explosive scenario. He is trapped between his loyalty to a ruthless boss and the lingering ghost of a dead friend. This is a ticking time bomb, folks. The tension is escalating to unbearable heights. Every conversation, every stolen glance in that casino is laced with lethal consequences. If Vanessa uncovers the real reason Randy is shadowing Deanna, if she realizes that Joey is manipulating her child to maintain his grip on power, the fallout will be catastrophic. Vanessa will not just leave Joey, she will destroy him. A mother's wrath knows no bounds, and Joey is playing with a fire that will absolutely burn his casino to the ground. Are we about to witness the ultimate betrayal? Will Deanna figure out she is being played before it is too late? Will the ghost of Doug McBride somehow intervene from the beyond to save his daughter from this twisted web? Do not miss what happens next. The drama in Fairmont Crest is reaching a boiling point, and the explosion is going to leave casualties in its wake. Hit that subscribe button, sound off in the comments with your theories, and brace yourselves, because the war for the McBride family has only just begun.